Hello, my name is Dr. Shalua Lucas, and I am with Global Empowerment. Welcome in this podcast, and we're going to be talking about finishing. Many people, including myself, start things and then I struggle to finish those things. Have you experienced that? You get started with a project or you get started with an idea and you go for a little while and then you run out of steam and you shelf it. Well, it has happened to me so many times, and today I'm going to talk to you on how to become a finisher. The art of finishing whatsoever you've decided to start. Because in the first place, you saw that it is important. That's why you decided to do it. And when you approach, New Year, many people make resolutions, and research shows that on the 21st of January, 3 weeks after they have made their resolution, more than 90% of those resolutions, people just breach, people just quit. They don't continue with what they've committed themselves to do. And I've been asking myself, why? Why do we commit ourselves? We are excited, we are pumped up, we are motivated to do something, and we don't finish. We start, we go halfway, we quit. They say winners don't quit and quitters don't win. So what is the art of winning, or what's the art of finishing, of tenaciously holding to what we have decided to do until when we finish it? That's what I will attempt to talk to you based on my own experience. I've started so many businesses, and once I hit difficulties or challenges, I face problems, I just quit. I cannot go anymore. I just stop and I get so discouraged. I get disappointed. All the motivation goes away and I just stop. And probably I want to do something else. And probably I'm not by myself. Probably also face the same problem that I used to face, but I have good news for you. I found the secret of finishing whatsoever you've started or you determined that you're gonna achieve. So, secret number one. There are 3 secrets. I will start with secret number 1 of finishing whatsoever you decided that you're going to do, and you stick to it to the end. This is what I realized a few years back, and I call it to resolve or to make a resolution. Number 1 is resolve. Resolve in your mind that you are surrendering your right and your ability to make another decision contrary to what you have decided. That has worked for me so many times. I make a decision that I'm going to do something, and in the same time and space, I am making the first resolution that with this particular decision, I am not going to make another decision. I deny myself of a right to make another decision contrary to what I have decided to do. So every time I think like sitting down and making another decision contrary to what I've decided, I just remind myself, no, I said I'm not going to make any other decision, no matter what. It doesn't matter how hard it is. It doesn't matter how much I fail. It doesn't matter how low I go, because in my rightful mind, I made up my mind that I'm going to pursue this particular project. And never make big decisions when you are emotionally unstable, or when you're very tired, disappointed, or there are a lot of issues, you have anxieties. Don't make major decisions at those times. So you reserve making big decisions when you are of a right mind. And when I'm making major decisions, I want to be relaxed. I want to make sure that I don't have any anxieties. I'm not tired. I'm not disappointed. I am pumped up. I am motivated. I'm inspired. And I normally write down my state of mind when I'm making these major decisions, especially if it is a project, because most projects, when you decide to embark on these projects, there are so many unforeseen factors, so many variables which are going to hit you so bad, and you will quickly, you will decide to quit. So, number one, you are making a resolution that no any other resolution will be made in future contrary to the resolution you have made. That I'm not gonna quit. I'm not gonna change my mind no matter what. Come rain, come sunshine, it's not gonna happen. I will stick to this to the end. I will be the last person to quit. Let everybody else quit. I will be the last person to quit if there has to be quitting. Because sometimes I ask, what make these super achievers, when everybody else is gone, they are still there? And this is the secret I've realized, that they tell themselves they are not going to quit, they are not quitters. It's only chickens who quit, but they just remain tenaciously holding to the goal, and their focused single-mindedness on what they want to do. And they are not waived no matter what the circumstance or the environment brings to them. They're gonna stick to it. Secret number 2, bouncing back. The quicker you bounce back, the more energy you have, the more strength you have to continue with what you have decided to do, or we'll call it a journey. Many times when we decide to do a project or whatsoever you endeavor to do, there are so many unforeseen things which will knock you down. And once you're knocked down, probably you don't have finances, or you were expecting certain things to happen and they did not happen the way you expected them. The demand for the product is not there. The technology which you thought that you will deploy, the technology is not there. Or the technicians are failing you. You know, there are so many factors which, when the reality, when you've started doing it, that's when you are faced on that. Now, if you are weak-hearted and you are bombarded with these challenges, Sometimes we call them problems, but winners call these opportunities. We bounce back quickly. Don't wait for too long. If you wait for too long, you're gonna run out of steam. You're gonna run out of juice. You will say, you know what? I don't have the momentum to take myself back. There is what we call the power of momentum. When you fall, bounce back quickly. When you face major challenges, do not quit. Stick there and try to solve the challenge which is at hand, no matter what kind of a challenge is ahead. Just try it. Just try it. Just try it. Don't quit. Find alternative ways of doing that thing. Find another option. Find another way of doing this. Consult. Ask other people. If you do that, you bounce back quickly. You rebound like a basketball. It hits the ground. It's not like a heavy metal. A heavy metal, doesn't bounce. Once it hits the ground, it stays right there. It waits to be picked up. But become like a basketball or a tennis ball. Once you hit the ground, you bounce back. And that will help you to find things that ordinary people do not find. For every challenge, there is a solution. There is no one challenge which does not have a solution, or one problem which doesn't have a solution. If we think hard enough, if we spend more time thinking and rethinking, consulting and looking at different ways from different angles, and approaching that from a different perspective, listening inside and listening outside, every single challenge on earth has a solution. What we need to do is to wait long enough. And when we are knocked down, don't stay down for a long time. Bounce back quickly. I remember I embarked on learning a certain program. It was a computer program. I was doing a project which I needed to learn about how to make a software to do whatever I was doing. And I'm trained in a medical field. I'm not a software engineer. So that was completely new. So I consulted a guru who could write me that software, but it was too expensive. I didn't have a budget for that. So I decided I'm going to learn and I'm going to write that software myself. Okay, it was quite a project. So I started the ABCs of how do you develop a software. And you can imagine the learning curve was so steep. I had so many opportunities to give up. I remember for few weeks, if not months, I had sleepless nights and I hit the rock, I hit the dead end. I had to start all over again so many times. But I learned one thing. I'm not a quitter. I have to find another way. So I went back online. I bought books and I consulted with friends who this is their specialty until when I got a breakthrough. And up till today, I'm reaping the benefit of remaining tenacious to that project. This is about 8 years ago when I embarked on writing that software. So all the companies that I have are using this software, and it has saved us hundreds of thousands of dollars because I did not quit. I did not give up. I remained, and I still remember there was a time I felt like crying. I felt like smashing the computer in pieces because I will spend hours and hours, and I thought I got it. And then it didn't work. And then I did the same, and the same vicious circle continued. But for every challenge, there is a solution. For every problem you face, there is an answer for it. So number one, resolve. Number two, bounce back quickly. Don't remain down for a long time. If you remain down for a long time, you're going to run out of momentum. You're going to run out of excitement. You're going to run out of motivation and inspiration. And you will have all these voices in you which tells you to quit. So bounce back quickly. And the last secret which I have discovered is that always think long term and not short term. Always be long sighted and not short sighted. If we look only on today and what is surrounding you today, and you don't focus your eyes on tomorrow, you will easily quit. You will easily give up. Learn to put your mind and your focus and your eyes on your tomorrow. Write all the benefits and write all that you're going to miss. We call that the cost of quitting. What is it gonna cost me if I quit? This is what I'm gonna lose. This is what I'm gonna lose. This is what I'm gonna lose. These are the benefits which I'm not gonna get. Write those ones down, and also write what are the benefits which you're gonna get once you finish that project. It doesn't matter what kind of a project it is. You might want to lose weight. You might want to eat healthy. You might want to write a book. When I started writing a book, it took me 1 year to write a book. When I was just about to finish, I finished writing and the manuscript was ready, but I had run out of juice. I could not even publish it. And I could not finish. And I had waited for a very long time, and I had no energy. I didn't even want to look at the pages of the book, which I wrote it myself, because I lost the momentum. But I collected myself and I said, this year I'm going to publish this book. Come rain, come sunshine, the book is going to be published. And yes, I published that book. So always look farther. Don't look here. If you look here on your feet, you can easily see the obstacles and they're going to discourage you. We call that myopia. short-sightedness. It's easy to look what you're facing at the moment and forget the promise of tomorrow. But if we focus our eyes on tomorrow, that is going to help us to endure and to persist even when the going gets tougher. So I want to encourage you, focus your mind and your eyes on the finish line, not the pain which you are facing right now. The going can get so tough, but learn to put one foot in front of the other. Just take one day at a time. Try to take one day at a time and put all your mind on the finish line, not on the challenges that you are facing today. And remember, every challenge has a solution. Every problem has an answer. It is us to slow down and think hard enough. We will be able to get a solution. So I believe you got these 3 principles or 3 secrets to make you a finisher. There are people I know, and I was one of them. I will start a project and I will not finish. I'll jump into another project, I will not finish. And then I move into another project, I don't finish. And it kills your confidence. And then you become a quitter because your mind tells you, even this one, you're not going to finish it. And you know what? You're not going to finish it because you don't have a track record of finishing projects. So start with small projects and make sure you finish them. That's another secret. That's a bonus secret. Start with small project. Make sure that you finish them. And that boosts your confidence. And then move on to another, a little harder project. Do it until when you finish it. And don't take a project that will take you 1 year to finish it. Start with small projects that will run probably for a few weeks, 3 weeks. And if you finish that, you put a check mark. That is ticked, you've done. And then go for another one, which will run you for 1 month. And then make sure you finish it no matter what. And then start going for harder programs, for harder projects, until when your mind is strong enough and you are resilient and you become a winner and you're not quitting because now you have already convinced yourself, I finished this project and this project and that project and that project. I am a finisher. I'm not a quitter. So that helps you even when you approach a project that spans several years. You won't quit. You will just keep on going because you have already convinced yourself and your mind knows that you are a finisher and you are not a quitter. Thank you so very much. I hope this helps you. If you have any comments, any questions, any suggestions, please let me know. This is your host, Dr. Lucas Shalua with Global Empowerment. I hope this has helped you and you're going to be a finisher.